Mike? Welcome to the show, dude.
58.
58. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I came back. It is, what is today? The day after Christmas?
Yep, the
26th. I came back home. I went to my in-laws.
Yeah.
Came for 2 days. Came back.
Dogs were alive.
Dogs were alive. Shout out, Mike. I came back like in one of those moods to like, let me get something done. I've been sitting around doing nothing for 2 days, and I need to like, I'm ready to get something done.
Yeah. Heck
Is that one of our vehicles?
No. Heck yeah.
Okay.
Throckmorton also.
Shout out Throckmorton Alsops. Yeah. Holy cow. Penny Crothers, the Aussie. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Let's go, Penny Crothers. Welcome into the show all the way from Australia.
Just to see Tucker.
Thank you.
Which
Very
part?
excited.
You don't have to wear those
Okay.
if you don't want to.
Righto. We'll
can
go
take
without
them
it.
off. Okay, yeah.
We'll see how we go, yeah.
I'd say if you want to,
Okay.
you can. But
Radio.
Mike, we've Penny's been from Australia, going to be here for, what'd you say, 2 months?
Yes, sir.
And a little stint with us. And what have we been doing? You've kind of been here. You were here for a week. You left. You came back. So we'll talk about a couple differences maybe you've seen from Australia and America and the U.S. and then maybe some differences you've just seen between here and other places.
Yep, for sure.
But we got new bulls in. I mean, I've said that a few times, but we got more new bulls in, and we've had them long enough. They've been here for, gosh, what have the longest ones been here for? A month, probably.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Just a little over a month.
Yeah, a little over a month, and we've had some break. We're probably treating 5 a day,
Yep.
something
about
like that. Just riding pins every day. At about that 2 week mark, that stress doesn't affect their sickness right away. And normally it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks between there is when that stress of moving or traveling or like mixing in with new bulls, all of that stress, new feed, new water, like it is stressful. And so that kind of adds up, and we've got to treat a few of them. And we don't have a bull developer at the moment, manager. So we've been kind of spread thin. So we were happy, Penny, that you came around. And let me tell you something. Penny, what are you, 24, 3, 4?
24.
24. I'm not supposed to ask that, really, but
Yeah.
I figured
Oh, well.
you were young enough. It was fine. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, at this point in time, it's great. Yeah.
But, like, like we've been working, we've been hustling, and we're just, like, easing from pin to pin. No, Penny's sprinting from pin to pin. She sprints everywhere, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I've seen her deny a car ride and walk back to her house.
Yeah, for real.
After work.
Yeah, I mean the house isn't too far. Like
It's like
a good
200
walk.
meters.
Yeah,
It's not that far.
Whatever
Sorry.
that is. That sounds a
Whatever that
lot.
is in feet. Don't mind me.
That sounds a lot.
What is a meter?
3 feet. So what's that? 600 feet.
Yeah.
A meter is 3 feet. That's a yard, right?
Yeah.
But what's a meter and a yard aren't the same, are they?
It's about like 0.92 or something.
Oh, okay,
About.
close.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Too many numbers for me.
How are you holding your pin up on there? What's
Magic.
that? Magic. Hey, by the way, new cameras.
I know.
Bro.
Crispy.
Hey, if you're not watching on YouTube, head over there, subscribe. The Registered Ranching Podcast, or just Registered Ranching Podcast.
Please.
You can watch it.
Yeah.
Check us out. Anyway, enough about us. Enough about us doctoring bulls. We also sold a group of cows, and our heifers are calving. And new group of interns. Bro, our interns are gone. We should have got them on the pod before they left, but
Rest in peace, Hartley Van Gilder.
R.I.P.
And Hayden Taylor.
Yeah, Hayden Taylor's heading to Wyoming
Today,
today.
you said, right?
I'm pretty sure it's today, yeah.
Heading up there today. Starts work on Monday. Before this
Busy.
pod comes out, he's going to freeze before this pod comes out.
Yeah.
And
Poor
then
man.
He's going to be on his way back to Texas when
Yeah.
this podcast comes out.
Is there skiing in Australia?
In certain parts, yeah. Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
I've never skied in
Me either.
Australia though, but
Where do you ski at?
well, I've always worked the ski season in Australia, so I've skied in Japan and New Zealand, but never in
I
Australia.
do not think about skiing in Japan either. Like I think
Japan
of
is some of the
tropical-
best snow in the world.
in the world.
Yeah, like if you go for ski seasons, Japan, and then you go to like Switzerland and France. But yeah, Japan's up there for ski season. Would highly recommend.
You're so well cultured.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
So
I seen her
well-cultured.
passport today. impressive.
Lit up.
Lit up.
Lit up.
Not
Stamp,
really.
stamp.
Enough about us, Penny.
Okay.
Let's learn about you. You grew up what? Not in ag.
No, no, not really
Kinda.
at all. No.
Kinda.
Had connections like most
Okay.
people, but like lived in town, grew up in town, went to a boarding school in the big city, and then afterwards wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. Decided uni wasn't my thing at the time, so ended up on a cattle station in North Australia. And then after that, now, 7 years later, not all that time was spent on cattle stations, but most of it was. Now I'm like, yeah, ag is my life, and I'll be in here for the rest of my career, I reckon.
I feel like I need to like translate that whole sentence about like uni being university and then a
Sorry.
cattle station being what we would call
You're
a ranch.
ranching, yes,
Yeah.
I forget I'm in America,
Yeah.
yep.
And by saying I reckon, it's like, yeah, she figures. Like, that's
Okay.
what
I
you-
reckon is
it is.
Right, I will
It is, yeah, I figured
try
that's
and
fair.
pay attention.
No,
So
you're
for
good.
all the listeners,
I like it.
it is American. I'll get there one day.
No, I like it. We've had some Aussies on here before.
Yeah, pretty cool people, I'm for sure.
Yeah, you should meet them.
I look, I'm sure we got mutual friends.
I'd
Yeah,
say ag is small anywhere.
Oh.
I feel like across the world.
yeah. In Australia, if you're like half rural, you know like at least someone that knows someone, and yeah, you're probably related to every other third person or something.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I bet to say I had to get out of the gene pool to find my wife here in this town
Yeah.
of Throckmorton. People are like, did you, somebody from Throckmorton? I'm like, no, I'm pretty
Definitely
much
not.
kin to every person here.
Yes.
So I had to get out of the gene pool. I feel like Australia is like calling that like, we
Yeah.
need some new bloodlines.
Yeah,
We all go back to
hyper-vigor.
like the same 12 people
Something like
that
that.
the British sent over.
Yeah. I need some more Americans to come over.
Penny, you're probably tired of my American Aussie jokes.
Honestly, not really.
No?
It's quite entertaining.
So, Penny, you came here. Were we the first stop you had?
Yes. Yeah. Landed in Fort Worth. Everyone thought that I stayed at. Where was I staying?
Oh, we thought
the
you stayed at the
Drovers.
Drover. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You landed in
Yeah.
Fort Worth, and we were supposed to go pick you up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she tells Grace went to go pick her up, and she was like, "Yeah, pick me up at the Drover." And we were like, "Oh, she's staying at the Drover." I mean, that's like $800 to $1,200 a night.
Little did everyone else know that I actually had only put my bag there for the day so that I could actually cruise around and not be lugging my little 20-kilogram bag that's about to fall apart around the countryside. So that's why it was at the Drover, and they were just kind enough to leave my bag for the day. It was great.
That is a cool place. That Stockyards, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty epic. There's some cool stuff and, yeah, very good vibes about it.
Yeah. Well, they do a good job. I mean,
History.
like Fort Worth is a bigger city in that Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex, and they do a good job of like keeping the traditions and heritage of the Western industry.
And teaching people about what it
Yeah.
was before the city. Yeah, it's pretty
Exactly.
cool.
I love that. I mean, a lot of people are like, it's not real. It's like, well, exactly. It's in the city. It's not
What do you
supposed to be
expect?
real. It's like somebody who watches Yellowstone is like, it's not real. And I'm like, no way.
Who
Have
would
you watched
thought?
Avatar? And did you think that was real?
Yes.
Annoying. Anyway, God, I keep hitting. Yeah, so you came here. First stop. That's where I
Yes.
was heading.
Yeah.
First stop from Australia at the RAB.
Yes, at the RAB.
What were you,
The famous.
You've been working on like commercial cattle stations over there?
Yeah, I guess you'd call them commercial. Yeah, definitely not seed stock or genetics as such. They obviously have genetics as part of it to produce like good lines, but
Yeah.
it's not like their focus. We were talking about herd sizes from like 5 to 20 to 40,000 head in
Say that.
one.
Whoa, say that again. The places you were working at.
5 to 10, 20 to, I think one of them had 40,000 head of cattle on it.
Like 5,000 to 40,000 head.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
That's a lot.
We're
Of,
talking
that's a
about
lot of cattle.
Yeah, but we're talking about like land size too, though. You've got 750 to 1.5 million acres. So, yeah.
We got a lot of desert out there too.
And that's the best thing to run on it is cattle. So you just kind of run it. And you probably run a lot lower stocking rate than you would here because the country's not as good.
Yeah.
So you kind of make it work, but you still got that vast size. So
I feel like
Yeah.
Nevada or Utah would match.
there would be some country in America like it for sure.
Have you been out? Is this your first time to the States?
First ever time in the States.
I'll be dang.
Yeah.
And the RAB
Yeah.
is the first place you come.
Yes.
Okay, so what other place you hit a few places while you were in your trip here?
Yeah. So far I've been RAB for a week and a bit. Then I went down to near Houston, where I worked at JD Hudgens for John Locke and Coleman Locke for a bit there.
Another seed stock place.
They're seed stock, and they've got Brahman, so I saw the Brahman side, and they also had halter, so I got to see that system, and they're into grazing management, which is pretty cool.
The virtual fence.
The virtual fencing halter, yeah, which is really awesome to see. And then I spent a few days up in Lubbock with Dr. Mark Miller and got to meet with a few university lecturers there and speak about the American beef industry, meat industry, what's up and coming and what they're working on at the moment.
You got to talk to glasses or what?
No, I didn't get to talk to them. I got to talk to the lecturers.
Oh,
and they
like to
sat
the professors
down,
and stuff?
The professors,
Okay.
sat down with them and learn about what they were up to and all that sort of stuff, and then got to jump in with their Christmas stuff going on, and then end up back at RAB, and they've been looking after bulls ever since. It's been good.
Look at you go.
It's been great.
You're a stud. So you said something about, I remember you saying something about meat judging.
Yes.
In that mix.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, meat judging is actually the reason I'm in America. So in America and Australia, there's a meat judging competition, and they're looking at, overall it is like, the competition is looking at like quality and yield of different beasts like beef and pork and lamb and so on.
Yeah.
Really, it's just like a good opportunity to network with people. The skills you develop like in the competition, I guess, is like teamwork and attention to detail, memory and all that sort of stuff. But I'm on the Australian meat judging team, and we're coming to America. They all start on the 2nd of January, and we'll tour around and go visit Texas Tech up in Lubbock, Texas A&M. We'll go over compete at Denver, Colorado. So just getting...
Oh, you're competing.
Yeah, competing while I'm here, yeah.
Are you on the national team?
Yes, I am.
Oh, she's flexing. She's been so humble this whole time. And now here's your chance to flex.
I don't know, that one time in Vietnam.
Yeah, you flexed on us there too. Australians are so well traveled. Like, I feel like that's a cultural thing.
It may just be the Australians you meet are well travelled. I wouldn't say every Australian is well travelled. You meet some Australians that don't even know where my hometown is, and it's 4 hours from the city. So it just depends on who you meet. Whereas, like, you're meeting the Australians who come to America.
True. Okay.
So
But
that's
that means they do travel if they're here in America.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just different people.
Yeah, the story she's talking about. I don't even remember. We were like...
We're throwing rocks. Really important stuff
Hey,
going on
that
here.
goes across all cultures, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone
Men
throws
and throwing
rocks.
rocks. Yeah.
Not even men.
Testosterone
Probably
booster.
actually men, yeah.
Yeah, we were throwing rocks at a post to see who could hit it.
her and some, what are they all, 40s and 50s? Yeah. Just Penny just strolls up, sees them throwing rocks. Oh, I'll join.
Oh no, it was like I was on a motorbike tour through Vietnam.
Okay, so
Flex.
you knew
That's
that. I thought you pulled up in your motorcycle.
No,
and
they
just joined
were
these
part
guys.
of, they were part of my tour.
Okay,
and
makes
I was
more
like,
sense.
I was like, the last time I did this, like it's all the same across all cultures. Like the last time I did this, we were in Vietnam on a motorbike tour, pushing rocks off a cliff, and here we are in America,
Doing
same
the
sort
same
of thing, throwing rocks at a post because we're bored and because it's entertaining.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we were waiting on a truck to show up, weren't we?
Yeah, just shows how every culture is similar at some point in time.
Give a man a
We all
rock
go
and
back
a
to the
post.
roots.
man.
He can entertain anyone.
That's awesome. So competing in Denver, going to Tech, A&M.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting because, I mean, Australian, if I understand this right, she's worried now.
Very.
If I understand this right, the domestic Australian beef demand is very different than the American domestic beef demand.
Yeah, incredibly. Yes.
Hit that.
So
Upper.
Right, let's go. So as far as like beef in Australia, 60% to 70% of our beef is exported. So it seems to be, especially like in the past year I've learned about it, most of it is sent overseas. So America is our biggest market at the moment for all of our offcuts and
All your trim.
all the trim, for all like your hamburgers and stuff, because you guys at the moment can't produce enough.
Quite short.
And then the rest of it all goes China, Indonesia's big for live export and a few other places. I don't know, it just goes all overseas to meet that demand. So it's a different sort of demand in Australia. It's like there is the high quality, but I guess it seems to be that most of the low quality cuts go, not low quality, but the lower, like the premium cuts go overseas.
Yeah.
Just because that demand is so high and the price they're getting for it is insane
Bigger.
compared to what you would be selling on the domestic market.
And so the Aussie premium cuts, like, are you talking about the middle
Your rumps
meats?
and your sirloins and your strip loins and your T-bones and all those sorts of steaks. Like, we do get them, and they are
Did you say
they
your
are
rumps?
great. Your rumps, so your rounds. Sorry, we
Round-
call
like
rump
a round
round.
steak? Or what?
I think so. Round steak, rump steak, like on the back of the
Yeah,
beast, like
yeah.
between the two hip bones, you've got that cut there. Is that, what do you call that? The round? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's it, round steak then. Yes,
Yeah.
we call that a rump. Anyway, that's like one of the prime primals, and most of them just all go overseas.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't necessarily, like, the culture here wouldn't call it a primal cut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get a lot of rump roast and maybe
Okay.
a few round steaks, but they're mostly tenderized. Like, you've manually
okay,
tenderized
righto.
them.
Yeah,
then
we may be talking about difference because
We might be.
round steak we also tenderize because it's not a great cut, and that's what we use. Well, on the cattle stations we use that for crumb steak, which I've worked out is the same thing as your chicken fried
Chicken
steak.
fry. Okay.
And
Crumb steak?
crumb steak.
Oh, see, I've learned so. Dang, that's so cool.
We'll add to your vocab.
Yes.
We're going both ways at the moment. Lots of vocabulary. So yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, all of, pretty much though. As far as back to like your domestic question,
Yeah.
most of the beef goes overseas. The beef that stays here is probably of a lower quality than what gets sent overseas, and definitely, but just because they get a lower price for it, they can get the premiums overseas.
So if America is one of your largest, who would be some of those other large importers of Aussie beef?
China is up there, and I can't quite remember at this point.
China.
China's massive. Like, they're huge. I remember at one point there's a statistic. Australia at one point was so naive to think that we could support or like provide pork even just to China.
Oh, their
we can
pork
do
needs-
6 hours. 6
For
hours.
6 hours.
6
Holy
hours.
cow.
Yeah, it's just
That's
out of this
wild.
world sort of numbers. Yeah, so I can't.
There's so many people.
China, Japan's
Packed.
pretty big for imports.
Okay.
I
Are they importing like
can't
the
remember.
what breeds are the live imports? Or is it a lot of
Live
Brahmin
export
breed?
is Brahmin mainly.
Live
and,
export is the Brahmin breed.
and that's
yes.
Indonesia. Indonesia is massive for that. There were countries up in like the Middle East, however, they're having a bit of issues with all of the wars going on and a bit of not drama, but a bit of like difficulties
Sure,
accessing
some politics
security
and
sort of
stuff,
thing.
yeah.
So there's less and less of that at the moment, but Indonesia's just ramped up and is currently the key importer for live export. I'm just going to look up right now. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
do
really
it, do it.
frustrated. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, I kind of put you on the spot there.
I should know. I'm here on a meat judging tour, and I don't know.
Mike, have you learned anything Australian from Penny?
Heaps.
Heaps.
Yeah.
Heaps of
Please,
it.
Yeah.
adding to the vocab again.
Yeah. I love that. Heaps and heaps. Bless you, roller coasters
Dude,
with
I
bananas.
gotta sneeze and I can't.
You can't now. It's gone.
That's the worst.
Whoa. You say
I'm
something.
gonna hold that against you, not allowing me to sneeze. You say that every time.
It
Roller
does,
coasters and bananas.
and it works. You didn't sneeze.
Don't do that to me. What'd you get?
Okay, so most of our exports to the EU at the moment, US, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Middle East, and other parts of Asia. So maybe not China. Maybe I was wrong there. I thought it was China, but maybe it's Japan, Korea, Taiwan, other parts of Asia.
I mean,
know.
quite similar to us, honestly.
Yeah, it probably is.
Because Japan buys so much of our
Yeah, definitely.
But they would need the lean trim. FYI, that's why Aussie and America is like the best duo in
We make it work.
world history.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we exported 150,000 tons in July.
In July.
Exported.
That number is crazy. Like, export dollars definitely help. Like, there's this big push in the States right now to, like, with beef prices getting so high at the moment, of like, why are we exporting anything if we don't have enough supply to keep prices low
Yeah.
It's nothing that we
for
would want
consumers
anyways.
here? Yeah, like, why are we importing Aussie beef if we have Like, why are we exporting American beef
If you're having to import Aussie beef.
if we're having to import Aussie beef?
Yeah.
But it's a different product. Like, we are exporting those premium cuts.
Because that's where you get the most money from it.
Correct.
Yeah.
The data came back that exports add over $400 per head to like a fattened steer.
That's insane.
Isn't that crazy?
a
I
lot
feel
of
like
money.
it would be more, since you're exporting like 60% of your
Yeah.
product. I feel like for Australia that it would
probably
be
be a lot
more.
higher. Yeah, I suspect so, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at the moment, they say that, like, those trim is the most profitable part of any supply chain at the moment. Just
Really?
because, like, it's just the most profitable cut because in any other place, it's worthless, really. But
Yeah.
because America
'Cause the
has
States
such a
needs
high
it.
demand, they pay a lot more. So that the profit margin between the cut, what it's actually worth, like not what's actually worth, but like what it costs to produce and like the value there versus what they're paying for it, that profit margin there is just so high. So it's currently like the most profitable by cut at the moment.
There's a number of people who are pretty upset that Australia is not buying American beef. Mm-hmm. That trade, like even some politicians, I think it's just a pushing point to like to use some emotion
Get
to
some
get people
traction,
upset.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if Australia is exporting 60 to 70% of their beef and they only have 29 million people,
Yeah.
and Texas has 32 million people, like you're exporting because you're already meeting your needs.
Like we can feed ourselves 3-4 times over. Yeah.
Yeah. So why would you need to import? I mean, like, yeah, I'd love, like the patriotic side of me is like, yeah,
We should need to. Yeah.
the Aussies should buy from us if we're buying from them. But like you look at the big picture, and it really it does make sense that they don't buy more.
Yeah.
I mean, that trade deadline went away. There was a time where, for a long time, that Australia just had it banned. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything on that? Any details on that?
I don't really know enough details to comment. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Penny Wong. We're talking politics here, Penny Wong.
Yeah. No. No. I do not know enough about it. Sorry. It's all I know is that at some point it was banned. It hasn't been banned for a long time, but because we do export so much, there's just no need for the demand isn't there to import as much.
Well, it's filling, the Australian trim is filling such a need for the United States because a lot of the fat that a lot of the trim that we have is more like 60-40, 70-30
Okay.
on the fat to lean ratio.
Yep.
Because we are feeding them to that, choice,
You're fitting
which
that
we've talked
market.
a lot about that while you've
Yes.
been here, that select choice prime quality grades. And because of that, we have more fat in our ground beef. And there's not much of a demand for 60-40, 40% fat, 30% fat. More of the demand is in that like 80-20, 90-10.
Like more of a leaner.
Yeah.
Means, yeah.
And so we can mix in that Aussie beef.
So then you can make it
that we can make it more of a lean beef. And that kind of scares some people, which is one of the best problems that a country can have. Like when our bellies are full, I heard a guy say it, when your belly is full, you have more problems than when your belly is empty. Because when your
Yes.
belly is empty, you have one problem.
That's such a good way to put it. Yeah.
Where's my food? But when your belly is full, where's my food come from? How was it treated? Who raised it? Did they raise it right? Was there, what was it fed? And what it was fed, where did that come from? Like all those questions arise only from countries that are fully fed and fully clothed.
Yeah.
And sometimes that gets me fired up.
It's fair enough. It's a pretty good
The
statement.
big picture.
Yeah. The big picture.
But I get it. And is there a correlation to the U.S. beef market and the Aussie beef market?
I think there is, and I probably do. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not too
ignorant
sure.
to it.
There probably is because when you guys got a high supply of beef, you don't need our beef, so there would be some sort of correlation with like exports and imports and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know how strong that one is.
So the places you've worked at, I feel like if you asked a lot of people in the States right now, if you asked, does Australia have grain-fed beef, that the answer would probably be no.
Okay, interesting.
Because I thought that for a long time.
Really? Well, they probably did for a long time. Like, it's only in the last, I reckon, well, I've only been in the industry for like 7 years, so I don't really know how far back it was. But it's definitely in like the last 5-10 years, it's really just ramped up insane
feed yards
amounts.
and
Yeah,
stuff?
feed yards. Yeah, we've got 16% of our herds on feed at the moment.
We'll say that again.
16% of
16.
16% of the entire herd is on feed at the
Oh, they were
moment.
saying 60. I was like, what?
No, not that many. That's a little bit too much, but no, 16%. So like there's a fair amount, and then a lot of those feed yards, because that demand's there, are all in the stage of expanding and getting larger pen sizes and be able to put more cattle on grain. Yeah.
Is Mike? Do you know what percent U.S. beef would be in feed yards?
No.
Do you have a guess?
Probably
Putting you on the spot, Mike.
can't be over 45%.
What?
60%.
I bet it's like 90%.
You think it's 90%?
Yeah.
You've got a feedlot that's 150,000
yeah.
head.
I'd say 80.
like I don't know.
73%. I don't think it's that
Look
high.
it up.
90.
Look it up. Look it up.
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah, so he's growling over there.
I reckon it'd be very high.
I think it would be.
You've got lots of cattle up that way.
We really do. So the yards or those stations you were working at,
Yes.
were you prepping cattle to go to the yard? Were you prepping cattle to ship? What were you doing?
Bit of both. So one company I worked for, they like around near Cloncurry, they're pretty much vertically integrated. So the way they've got a system, like they've got cattle up in the north of Australia, right at the top there near Cairns, kind of like for people who don't really know, up the top there, and they're all the breeders. And then they've got blocks near Cloncurry where they fatten their cattle, and then they've got a feed yard down closer towards the abattoir. So they truck all their cattle from the top yards, from the top like the breeder blocks to the backgrounding blocks to the feed yard, and then straight to the abattoirs, which is only like a 4-hour drive, I think, from the feed yard to the abattoirs. And then from there, they get sold to the abattoir, and the abattoir exports from there.
And the abattoir is a
Packer, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I knew, but
No, that's okay. Sorry, I forgot about the terminology. I got the feed yard right, because we
Yep.
don't call them feed yards, we call them feedlots. So we're
feedlot.
slowly getting there.
I think that's the same.
Yeah,
same.
kind of.
Many people would say
Same,
feedlot.
same.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
same.
ranchers,
Oh,
like
gosh.
a lot of people in the industry, would say like we're sending it to the yard.
Okay, to the
feed
yard. Yeah.
But feedlot
Found
would be. What you got?
So from OSU, January the 1st, 2025, cattle and feedlots, both large and small, represented about 16.5% of the U.S. cattle and calves inventory.
Ooh, it's pretty low.
That's 16% of the inventory.
Yeah.
But how many that are finished? How many that go to an abattoir or to a processing plant?
Oh,
That's-
That was my question.
Okay, gotcha.
So like you have grain fed and grass fed, right?
Yeah. How much
Yeah.
are grain finished?
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, a lot of Australia's would be finished now too. Like 16% at one time are on feed, but I don't know.
Oh, okay,
They're
so
much
y'all were
higher.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
16% on feed.
I'm pretty sure it's a statistic
Oh, wow.
for Australia. It's probably a lot higher. What?
Yeah, you were right. 97%.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Honestly, check Australia, please.
Yeah.
Why are you going? It'd be pretty high though, because a lot of the cattle like from the north will go to the feed yards and then to the abattoir. Not the north, but like Queensland north will come down south that way, and they all buy lots of cattle. So I wouldn't be surprised if it high now. But then my other
About-
station, yeah.
About 36 to 40% of cattle slaughtered in Australia are grain finished.
Okay, so not as high as America, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to go
Almost
with what
50,
your customer
almost
wants,
half.
right?
Well, that's it. And they're starting to, and as I said, they're expanding. So who knows what that statistic will be in, say, 5-10 years and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. But it is like in the EU. Sorry, in the UK. I went to the EU also, but it was for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
And in the UK, they want their beef like super lean,
Yeah.
in that's what we would call select beef. So
Okay.
like,
The bottom of the barrel.
I mean, it's not the very bottom,
Right.
but like the very bottom would be like a very old cow that has no teeth
No one
and
would want that.
has just lived way too long, right? And yeah, nobody wants that. That's more for like the offal, for the hide, for the
Dog meat.
for everything else. But the select meat, maybe the cutter meat, that just the marbling is not seen,
Okay.
and so there's not that
I like
pretty
that.
for what I call the pretty white specks in the beef, and like that's what you had in your steak that I cooked for you.
It was
FYI, it was the
delicious.
best steak she's ever eaten. I don't know if she said that, but
Best steak in
just gonna say
America
it.
so far.
That's hey.
That's something.
Here's that 20. I paid you to say that. By the way, thank you.
Thanks, man.
But that in the UK, that's what they wanted, was like they didn't want to see any white. They wanted it really bright red. But you got to listen to what your consumer wants, right?
So you just got to meet that demand.
You do. Mm-hmm. But there's a reason. There's also a reason why in the UK that nobody really
Appreciates beef.
Yeah.
Is because select beef is like chewing on almost beef jerky.
Yeah.
They're missing out on that flavour.
Gosh,
No good.
man, for real. And then there's people here in the States too that think they want that. Mm-hmm. Like that's what they buy at the store, and then they never can cook it like they have it at the steakhouse that they go to.
I know one personally.
Do you?
Yeah, Hartley. When she came down here.
Like she would cook it well done.
Well done hockey puck until she eventually, before she left, she was enjoying medium rare steak.
She did say she was enjoying it.
Yeah.
She did like it. That's for sure.
And that's okay, but it's just that experience of
She
like,
she didn't
trying
have it up there. That's like what they ate, where she was from.
in Pennsylvania. Shout out Hartley, Ben Gilbert.
Shout out Hartley.
Hey Queen.
Slay.
Slay queen.
Queen. That'll live on at the RAB for a while.
Yeah, well.
For a fair while.
What were we talking about before that?
Select.
I've got no idea.
Select
Sorry,
beef.
we've changed.
No,
so many
I mean just
topics.
the U.S. I mean the Australian grain-fed stuff.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
domestic market has wanted grass-fed for quite some time.
I think it is more grass fed. It's definitely like hormone free and like clean, green. Like that's the sort of image that they're really after, for sure. So that's kind of more what they're after.
Why
yeah.
do you think that is?
Perception? People think that hormones not necessarily are bad, but that's what they think, that they're not natural and they don't fit into that format of what they're after.
It like scares them, maybe.
I guess.
I mean,
so,
there's
yeah.
a group in the States that
Oh,
would say
look.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
And the EU's also no hormones, like
Oh,
hormone
none.
free. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
I know some ranchers over there, and they're like the regulations that the government gives them. If the government shows up at, I wish I could remember where this guy was from. Mm-hmm. They all kind of run together. Maybe it was Holland. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. But if the government shows up, or that agency or whatever that is with the government, they'll put their cows in a pen, and they have to put like a tarp underneath the cows, and they have to stay there until they
Wow.
urinate. And when they urinate, they'll test it for those
Anything.
HPGs, those
Yeah.
hormones. And if they do get those hormones, then they lose their place.
Goodness. You're right.
But it's interesting because that's what their local supply is, but they will import beef from like Brazil, and they're like, "Oh, we're hormone free." Like,
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah,
not necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what they do, but yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Not much trust in Brazil from
Okay.
me.
I'm not too sure. I've never been there, and I've never really seen their operations, so I can't really say either
Yeah.
way. I've just heard stories, so
Oh,
Who knows?
stories go around.
stories go around. Nothing good or bad, just,
Well, this leads me to one of my favorite segments. It's called the Ag Gear Hot Seat.
Okay.
See, Ag Gear keeps you cool. These are the shirts I wear.
They are pretty cool.
I know,
Pretty-
and they keep
pretty
me
flash.
they keep me cool. And then the jackets keep me warm. That's all you see us wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want some Ag Gear for 15% off, you can go online, use discount code Tucker Brown. That's all caps, no space. Tucker Brown. Get a 15% discount. Try it out, and you're gonna love it because I know you will. I know you will. FYI,
Maybe I'll have to hit them up.
you might have to hit them up before you leave.
Good idea.
Anyway, welcome to the Ag Gear Hot Seat. And if you were wearing Ag Gear, the seat wouldn't be so hot, okay?
Okay, right.
Because it'd be keeping you cool.
Cool me down a bit. Yeah. Copy.
What is something you do in Australia that would blow a U.S. rancher's mind?
Oh my gosh, this is a hard one.
Or maybe go the other way. Like, what's something you've done in the States that would blow an Aussie rancher's mind?
Look, I'm not too sure if it's because I've always worked in like large scale production, but the fact that you guys magnet every single one of your cattle
Oh, yeah.
blows my mind. And even so, I've got two mates who like have feed yards back in Australia, and they were like, "That's insane." Not insane, but like it's just something that they had not even
Just kind
considered.
of blows them mind.
And I don't know if it's because they're commercial, like they've just got such a large scale that that's not a viable option for them because they've just got so much cattle coming in. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. We definitely, I have not seen it in Australia. It's not to say it's not there. It's just
Sure.
I have not seen it.
Well, do you have any trouble with that? Holy cow.
Like the disease that it causes.
Yeah, what do we call that? Like brisket disease?
I've never heard of it before. I got too young. We've got more botulism issues, so we've got to vaccinate for botulism and tetanus, but no hardware disease. That's
Do you
it.
have any
Hardware
foot and
disease.
mouth or anything? Hardware, yeah.
Foot and mouth, definitely not, but that is like our biggest risk to our industry in Australia.
I was about to say, I feel like some of your neighboring countries, which is across
it
the
gets
water.
pretty close, but yeah, definitely. So far, so good, but it would devastate our industry if we have got foot and mouth.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, and
Mostly-
I'm sure any country really that got it.
I think mostly because of fear
Yeah.
of the unknown, right? Most because if somebody hears like, oh, foot and mouth in cattle, they're like, they're going to quit eating because they think
Okay,
that it can be caught, like humans can catch it,
right.
but they can't.
I'm not too sure about the actual thing. All I know is that if like, it's more like
I mean, it's terrible for
the
cattle.
biosecurity regulations is
Correct,
that
yeah.
everything just gets
Yeah.
disposed of if need be.
You have anything like a screwworm? And a
We do, but I'm not too sure if I've never come across one. I've never had to work with any. We just vaccinate for. We've got like a 5-in-1 and a botulism that everything gets to try and like to cover all of those diseases
Huh.
and parasites.
On a vaccine? It's like a vaccine that you give?
There's a vaccine and there's a drench, and like when you induct all your cattle, well, we just like when we're branding our cattle, we give them like a range of different vaccines, and that covers
Huh.
all of those diseases that are pretty common. Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, back to the hot seat.
Back to the hot seat.
Ooh, if you had a Texas cowboy
Oh gosh.
on an Aussie station, what would get him fired first?
What would get him fired first? I don't know. He wouldn't be roping, that's for sure. Well, he could try roping, like he'd be efficient, but no one ropes in Australia. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, you don't have any saddle horns.
No,
on your saddles.
we run different saddles. So like you do sometimes, like if you're in the rodeo industry, but on general stations you're not roping.
Huh. Why is that?
I'm not too sure. We just don't.
How do you catch them?
We've got bull catchers and we've got boys on bikes, and you.
See,
Wasn't
that would blow in
Yeah,
American
right.
Rangers'
Honestly,
mind.
it'd be the scale and the fact that we don't rope that would blow your mind. Yeah.
The scale would. I mean, you're talking
We're
you're talking
talking
millions of acres.
You
and-
drive an hour and a half in the morning and you're still on the same property. And you've got 2 helicopters. The helicopters at every muster. That would be pretty
And a
wild.
muster would be
A muster's a roundup,
Yeah.
I guess.
when
Yes.
you're gathering them.
When you gather cattle together, yeah.
We hadn't used one since you've been here.
No, not yet.
We do have a helicopter coming in,
Oh, really?
but it's to shoot coyotes.
We have helicopters to shoot pigs as well. But
You have
we
wild pigs?
Heaps of pigs.
What?
They're like a big pest, yeah, biggest mob.
Really?
Yeah, they're just like destroy the country, yeah.
And we do have, I mean, like, we have the same issue. We've gone to war with them,
Yeah.
kind of like Australia went to war with emus at the time. Not quite
I
like
don't
that.
know that's quite the same.
Not quite the same. But, yeah, I mean, in this region, like, we've really gone,
Really gone hard, yeah.
really gone
Yeah, no,
hard
we
at 'em.
we bait pigs and shoot pigs.
If cattle could talk, what do you think those in Australia would say about you?
I hope they'd say that I'm firm when need be, but most of the time low stress. Hopefully,
Yeah.
move them when need be. I don't know.
Is low stress cattle handling taught or kind of an industry wide thing?
I wouldn't say it's industry wide, but it's definitely majority.
Yeah. I would say same.
It is still like you've still got your small, not necessarily small, but like some people who agree with it, some people don't. Some people do like a mix of it. Yeah, it just depends where you work.
So, like, kind of along the same lines, what does a good stockman or a good rancher mean in Australia? What would that person look like?
It means that when you are working cattle, you're paying attention to the cattle. You're not just going through the motions. You're really you watch your cattle. You know that that calf belongs to that cow. You know that that cow's lame. You know that that cow has come in a few times, but hasn't actually had a calf. So you really know your mob, and you.
And a mob.
A mob is like a group of cows.
Yeah,
like
your
a
cows.
herd of cows that
Yeah.
are coming in to.
It's funny because I hadn't heard these words in a
and
while,
now they're-
and then whenever you click them, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. And so I guess a good cattleman, they know the country too. They're looking after their pastures. They're not overgrazing. They are, when they're in the yards, they're not yahooing and yelling around. They're like moving around with purpose, but not like too much. And but getting things flowing efficiently. They're not slow, but they're not rushing sort of thing. Like they're rushing from point A to point B, which is where I kind of learned how to run everywhere, as you alluded to earlier, but it's not all the time. Like it's when you need to, and when you're not handling cattle. Like handling cattle, you can't chase them because you'll just slow it down. So I guess that's kind of what a good stockman is really, and like making sure there's water, making sure there's enough feed, like just really look like your priorities, your cows, and really looking after them.
You know, there's a like as a excuse me. There is a correlation between walking speed or movement speed and leadership
Okay,
in a good way.
right.
I don't know. Just saying.
I don't know.
In a good way.
Okay.
So you are, as a fast mover, that is a good, that is a,
Okay. I'll
that is
take that
like
one
an
as a
immediate,
compliment.
for a lot of
Thank you.
people who are looking for help, for workers, for employees, like people who walk fast or move fast,
Yeah,
often think fast, make decisions fast.
interesting.
So those that are listening,
Right.
if
Something
you
to
want,
work on.
for real, just walking,
Interesting.
like just walking fast. I call it the trade show walk.
Oh yes,
So like whenever people are like, you know,
dawdling around.
oh yeah, eyes up, and I do it too at a trade show. But,
Yeah.
But all the time, like I swear, people always do the
Off
trade
with
show
the
walk.
fairies.
And I'm like,
Off with the fairies.
off with the fairies. I haven't heard that before.
It's like when you've just got your fairies in your
Yeah,
head. You're
just,
just like,
just,
da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. That's a
Ah,
sign.
Interesting.
Ooh. If more people understood agriculture, they would realize what?
That it really is the backbone of society in a way. It feeds us, it clothes us, it keeps us going. Really, I guess. Yeah, really. That's it. Yeah, they'd understand that by putting regulations in place, it's not necessarily the best thing for it because it does drive society. And we may not necessarily in our industry be good at communicating that. And because everyone lives in the city, you do get disconnected. And so I guess just trying to make sure that they all understood that the importance of ag.
Is there like in the States, there's a saying that like 2% of people are working in agriculture or like an allied industry.
Yeah.
Is there a number?
I've got no idea the number, but it would be very similar.
Yeah.
You've just got everyone just lives in cities, and that's absolutely fine. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just we have that disconnect, and so because
Right,
of that,
that's right.
you just kind of like you just forget that
I just
you're
lost
out
my
there,
shoe.
shoe off. But you just forget that like your food doesn't come from a grocery store. There's someone on the back of a horse out there or a bike,
Yeah.
bringing in your cows. Someone out there cleaning troughs, like someone out there growing veggies. Like everything comes from back then.
You've never thought about the other agriculture industries of Australia, really?
Yeah.
What else would it be known for?
I don't know if Australia's got cotton. We've got every sort of crop
Yeah.
really in the world, in horticulture, aquaculture, beef,
I feel like you'd
lamb,
have
pork.
to.
Like we've
I
got like everything is there. It's just a matter of what we're known for. I guess beef is probably our biggest, which is why
Yeah.
everyone knows about it.
Sure.
For sure. Especially and we're both very biased. We're in the beef industry. So
Of course.
it's like that's our whole little world, and that's the same thing.
Of course. Mike, how are we looking over there?
Good. 41 minutes on that one.
Nice.
Not bad.
So, welcome out of the hot seat. You did good.
Okay.
You did
Didn't
good.
do too bad.
No, you did good. You did good. Not even sweating. I'm impressed.
Well, I don't know.
Welcome, unless Mike has an ag your hot seat question for you, and he may not. And that's all right if you don't. Because that'll move us to our my next favorite segment.
Yeah, send it that way.
Okay.
Okay, phew. I was getting nervous then.
Oh, I'm kind of sad. I did the sound thing.
We still heard it through the earbuds.
Anyway, yeah. Shout out to Ag Gear. Been with Ag Gear for a long time. Go to Ag Gear online. Use discount code Tucker Brown.
No
Get
space.
a 15% discount on that. Also, give the show a 5-star review. Give the show a 5-star review. It really helps us out. Give us a review. Even if it's a 1-star, go ahead. If you've listened this long, I feel like it's not a 1-star review. But
if you have, leave a 1.5 star and say "tuck yeah" in comments.
let's just go 5-star and say tuck yeah.
Yeah, 5 star.
Say tuck yeah. Okay. No, this leads me to a new segment. Mm-hmm. It's called "Give It the Boot."
Okay.
Whoa, okay.
That sounds interesting.
I don't even know this one.
This is brought to you by a new company that I'm working with.
Oh, that's
Oh.
exciting.
It's called Finolio Boots.
Benolio.
Finolio Boots.
It's a very nice name.
It's an Italian name. Finolio.
Bit flash.
Looks like Finoglio.
It
And I'm
does.
just here to tell you that it's Finolio. And I've got a discount code there. Use code, guess.
Tucker Brown.
Oh, you're so good. Use discount code Tucker Brown. You can get it online or in store. And they're in the Fort Worth Stockyards.
They sure are.
You get a discount. Give it the boot. If there was one thing in agriculture or what people thought about agriculture, what would you give the boot? What would you kick out?
Wait, say that again, please.
Okay, if there was something, here we go, we'll go this way. If there was something that you wish people didn't think about ag,
Okay.
what would you give the boot of what people thought about ag?
I guess that. Oh, I'm so bad at this. People think about ag. That all farmers are rich and
There you go.
look
Yeah.
after stuff. Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one.
They're asset rich.
Yeah. And even they're not necessarily. The bank may own a fair few of those assets.
That's right.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And they just have to work them and make it work.
That's true. Okay, good deal. Well, that was the first ever.
Well,
That
I
was
hope
the
it did
first
justice.
ever.
That was the first ever. So if you go back to the stockyards,
Okay, I'll check them out.
you can head to Finolio.
Well, it's on my Christmas wish list, so
Tell them
Have to
Tucker
go
Brown sent you.
okay, they'll look after me. Perfect.
Remind me. Let's talk about that after,
Okay.
off the
Sounds good.
record.
Righto.
Remind me.
I can do that.
Which leads me to one of my favorite segments of the podcast.
Right. Okay.
It's called the Bedrock Tough Question.
Question.
All right, the Bedrock Tough Question.
Right.
Penny Crothers. What is the high? Oh yeah, Bedrock. Shout out Bedrock. That's the truck beds we use. What did you call it?
A tray?
A tray?
Yeah. Tray? Truck tray? Well,
Truck
ute tray?
A ute.
Truck?
Yeah, ute
We
is
call
what they
your
call.
trucks utes, but although your utes are very big, so they're pretty much trucks. So I can see why you call them
Yeah.
trucks, yeah.
Yeah.
But tray, yeah.
A tray, interesting. Well, the Bedrock truck beds, they're the toughest ones out there. And if you want a tough one that's going to work for you, get a Bedrock. What is the toughest thing about ranching in Australia?
Ooh. Probably, well, I guess it depends where you come from, but probably the isolation, maybe in the heat. It gets very hot sometimes. Yeah, we pretty
Like 40 degrees? 44 degrees?
something like that. But when you translate that to
Yeah.
American, 110 or so. But yeah, it gets really hot.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm working on
You
it.
kind of caught my sarcasm there.
Yeah, I did get your sarcasm. I would have said 44. Anyway, probably not always that hot. I know. I guess the isolation potentially, but you kind of get used to it. Like you make it work.
Yeah.
They're longish days, I guess, but you kind of get what you sign up for, and everyone who sticks around is there for the lifestyle too. But yeah, the hardest thing would be the isolation, the long days, and a bit of heat. But I don't know, you've got air conditioning when you go back to most places, so we're pretty soft really compared to the old days.
I was going to ask if you enjoyed the electricity that America.
Oh, you're so funny. Goodness
America.
me.
Running water.
Isn't the running? The
And the
toilets are
TV.
great.
Oh yeah, they're really
You don't
unreal.
have to go dig a hole. It's crazy.
I don't have to go walk out and go shower in a trough at all. Gosh, so good.
I'm so funny. Gosh.
You're so funny.
Hilarious. You should be a comedian.
What is the what was the hardest thing? We're gonna go second round. I normally don't go 2 rounds, but
Okay,
I'm
wow.
I'm on a roll here. What was the hardest thing, toughest thing about getting into ag without growing up in it?
Okay. So I guess we didn't really touch on it too much, but I didn't grow up in ag. So
Yeah.
left school, didn't want to go to university, but I couldn't ride a motorbike. I couldn't ride a horse. And I didn't know left or right of a cow. And so that makes it really hard to get into the industry. That's probably like the very hardest thing. But what is important though is that like what I found really worthwhile is that I didn't get a job as a station hand first up. I'd like a ranch hand, sorry. I got a job as a nanny because I figured at least they knew who I was. So what I did was I nannied for 2 months and then they were like, well, that job's done, but you can hang around for a bit longer. So they took me as a gardener, housekeeper. And then during that time on my weekends, I'd jump on a horse or jump on a bike. And look, I was not very helpful. I was probably more of a hindrance, but bless them. They let me learn how to ride a bike and a horse. And then by the end of 6 months, I was in the crew learning. So like the hardest thing was getting your foot in the door.
What a move!
Yeah, I guess so. It's not too
But
bad.
your foot in the door was
My foot in the door was just saying yes and getting myself up there. I lived down near Brisbane, and where I wanted to be was 1,500 kilometres, which in miles is
2.2.
so about 3,000 miles from home. In the same state, mind you. So I wanted to be up there, and they didn't know me from a piece of paper. So I was like, righto, I'll get up there. Got up there, proved that I could work hard, and proved that I wasn't too much of I don't know, like I was an all right person. And
too
so
much of a green. No, wait.
too
Sheila?
green. Like I was very green. Believe
Yeah,
me.
what do you call it? Jackaroo?
Too much of a jackaroo. I was very much a jackaroo to start off with, but they put trust in me, faith in me, and
But
they
isn't everybody at one point?
at some point, yeah. But some I
Everybody's
know.
a jackaroo.
Yeah, at 17 though, is pretty hard. But I know it's good, and I'm very glad I did it. But yeah.
I was trying to look up if there was something like 3,000 miles. 3,000?
Well, it's 1,500 kilometres. So
That's crazy.
it's not that bad. It's
Because
a
if
day
you
and a
went
half
from
drive.
where we are right now to Washington State, that is that's 1,900 miles.
Maybe do the conversion of I could have the kilometres to miles wrong. It may be only 1.5. Maybe it's 1.5, so maybe it's not 3,000.
But I feel like it's 2.2.
Parts of
Still,
territory
it's a
are
long ways.
3,000, yeah.
Still, it's a
Not too
very
bad.
long ways. But again, your first job, like the job you accepted when you got
Yes.
there, well, you were not ranching.
No, I was the nanny.
You were the nanny. You were childcare.
I was looking after the children, yeah.
That's so cool.
That was a slick move.
Like she's playing the long game.
Yeah.
God, we talk about that all the time. We talk about the long game.
Yeah.
Like if you were to tell somebody like, hey, you're going to nanny, you're going to be here for 6 months. At first, you're going to nanny. You're going to ride your horses on the weekends or your bike on the weekends. Then you're going to start taking care of the garden. And then by the end of it, you're going to be part of the crew. I feel like there's a lot of people that would say yes.
Yes, I can do that, yeah. Because they've got like the end goal. I can see that end goal.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
Like you see the big picture, they're playing the long game. But so many people are like, I don't know if it's the same in Australia, but here, they're like, do you want to come out here and be a nanny? And they're like, no,
I'm
like,
too good for that.
I want to drag calves. And they're
Yeah.
like, can you rope? Well, no.
But I want you to teach me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's so cool, Penny. Shout out to Penny. Oh, man, that's so cool.
Guys, you're going to leave me.
Clap it up for Penny. Hit the clap button
my
for
gosh.
Penny.
No, that's
that
a
is
live
so
audience.
cool. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Give me a big head, you guys.
No, that's so cool, though, because you saw the big picture. Like, did you know that was your foot in the door, or did you get there and then you realized you wanted to?
No, I wanted to go up as a ringer or a station hand, but no one would take me because they do
you
take
didn't
some
know.
people every year, but they can't take too many green people
Yeah, of course.
because otherwise they won't get any jobs done.
Yeah.
So they just didn't have any jobs for me, and so I was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to get a job up there down here. So I went north and stayed with that company for 3-4 years, and then went to another company for a year and a bit, and then went travelling around the top end, but meanwhile, like still working back with these companies back and forth for a few months here and there. Someone broke a collarbone, so I jumped in the camp there. Someone needed a nanny, so I went back nannying, but luckily I did station hand work before nannying. Like I'd get up at 4 with the crew, we'd work until 8. I'd jump in the kitchen, look after the kids, and we'd cook for the crew that was still there. And then we go out to the yards the rest of the day. The mum would be preg testing the cows, the cook would have the kids, and I would be running the backyards with the crew. And then we'd get back home and cook dinner for the crew that was at home. It was so much fun.
What a stud.
No
Was like
kidding.
one of the best times. That was 2 months of that. It was great. But then, end up in Broome. So, like, I don't know, just...
Well,
yeah.
what?
Ended up in Broome at the end of all of that. But, like, lots of
What is Broome?
station work.
Is that a place?
It's Good Light in Broome. It's a good town on the west coast up in the
Okay.
west of Australia. Would highly
Is that
recommend.
Sunshine? Is that the...
Not the Sunshine Coast. It's probably
Golden?
about as far away from the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast as you can get.
It's the gold.
There's Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. Like, they're on the east coast.
Okay.
If you go to
I
the
knew I had
other
a
side
50%
of Australia...
chance. Oh, you're on the... You were...
On the other side of Australia, up the top there, there's a little town called Broome. Shout out to Broome. It's pretty unreal. Would
Was it
highly
the-
recommend.
The oystery or
That's
pearl?
where we'll end up on a pearl farm there, yeah.
You're on the west side?
On the west side.
She was working on a pearl farm.
On a
she's
pearl
on
farm.
the west side.
Yeah, man.
West side.
Not quite like that.
Silly
She didn't think that was
Americans.
funny. I
Whatever.
didn't know you were on the... That is the west. So the west, is that WA or no?
Yeah, it is WA, yeah.
So were you... Western Australia. You were
Western
the
Australia.
state of Western Australia. Is where you got your first gig, or that's where you ended
That's my
up?
last gig. So,
Okay.
well,
Okay.
yeah. So I started in Queensland, worked my way to Territory, did a year in Territory, then was travelling Australia. I got as far as Broome. So I went from Cloncurry, like in Queensland, up to Cairns, across the top end, and ended up in Broome, and that's where I stayed for another 12 months.
That's so cool.
Yeah, a bit random.
On a pearl farm. You didn't hear that part, did you?
I did hear that part.
That's pretty sick.
Like you were opening clams and getting pearls.
Did you eat the clam? Were you able to?
You can eat parts of it. You don't eat the whole thing. That job, as far as opening and getting the pearl, is actually like very technical, and a professional does that. But I was running the tours as well, so part of the
Okay,
tour,
gotcha.
we actually got to open a pearl every day. So one day there was a $5,000 pearl.
Did you pocket it? Did you pocket it?
No, of course I didn't. It's
Dang
high
it.
security. We're talking about
Winnie.
like they've got like records of every single pearl in that shop. No way would I.
Bring one from Amazon and replace it real quick. Sleight of
Oh, it
hand.
doesn't quite work like that.
You have Amazon?
Yeah, you guys over
don't-
there have Amazon?
We do have Amazon, but I don't think
What?
it's just not as big as this. Like, it's only been the last like 5-10 years, but
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't use it, but I'm also not a big online shopper. I really don't like shopping, so I'm not the greatest
Do they-
representation of what actually people use.
Do
So
they deliver your packages on a kangaroo?
yeah, look, I used to ride the kangaroo to school.
A
in the morning.
kangaroo will show up at your door, and then you just have to open the pouch and pull out your your parcel, as y'all call it, and then it turns around and
Yeah, that's
Hops
exactly how it happens.
That
And
is
then the
pretty
camels
cool.
come around behind and
See,
sell you
whoa.
stuff.
Hey, when I learned about the wild camels, that did actually blow my mind. That
Yeah,
there
in
were
Australia.
feral camels.
Yeah,
That blows my mind.
which
Yeah.
I guess, well, I know it's so normal for me. So yeah,
Oh
no.
my God.
koalas are dirty.
Like, hang on, not koalas.
Yeah,
Koalas.
We were talking about camels.
We're talking about camels here. But yeah, koalas are dirty, kind of. Not really.
Wait, camels
They have wild camels.
in
Like,
Australia.
like a pig that's feral, a feral pig.
We got camels.
feral yeah, but camel.
Yeah,
Correct.
Like with the big hump.
The desert camel.
Yeah,
Only one
like in
hump?
Egypt and stuff.
Yeah. Australia.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, they came across like when the first settlers came across. They used to run camel trains, they were called, and they'd run from like through the Northern Territory. And these guys on camels would
I swear I'll show
What?
you like a movie, like a comedy or something.
For real.
like the first pioneers, like there'd be camel trains. They'd load the camels up with all this gear, and they'd go around to all these like little settlements and sell gear and whatever they
Like
had
little
attached to them.
merchants.
Little merchants, yeah, like camel merchants, and they just used to go through the deserts because the camels could actually survive the desert country, and the horses
I mean, that
could
makes
a bit
sense.
more. But yeah, the camels
that
were.
does make sense.
That makes
but-
sense.
They'd go
But
from-
still, wild camels
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, we got camels, horses, donkeys, dingoes, pigs.
You have it all.
You name it, we've probably got it.
Yeah.
Cane toads.
For real, you do. I swear, whenever like the angels and God were talking about, so where do you want to put the brown snake? Australia. Where do you want to put the 8 other most poisonous snakes? Yeah, Australia.
Yeah, just throw it down there.
I actually find that so funny how obsessed Americans are with snakes and spiders that are in Australia. Pretty much every person's asked me, do you see snakes every day? Do you see spiders? I'm
Well,
like,
we grew up with
Well, we
Steve
do.
Irwin.
Yeah,
true, I guess so. He was
Yeah.
the legend
He was my hero.
yeah. We
He's a
grew up
pretty-
watching him.
Like, I have a second grade note that my parents still have. It was like, what are you going to do when you grow up?
Killed a stingray that took
The
out
Steve
Steve
Irwin.
Irwin.
Well, I mean, he was still alive then.
Well, I'm talking about my time.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, call me old, whatever. But yeah, my second grade note was like, I'm going to be Steve Irwin's assistant,
Ah, yes.
That's cool.
That would have been pretty epic.
which
Maybe Bob
I kind
Irwin's.
of do what Steve Irwin does now.
I don't see you chasing any wild animals
Yeah.
around.
You don't get close and personal
But
to
what
the
did
crazy
Steve do?
stuff.
Let's look 30,000 feet.
30,000
He was just
feet.
educating the world on the people he loved and the country he loved, I guess, and like his world. I guess that is what you're trying to do.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
Yeah, you got to look 30,000 feet. You can't look too close.
You look out.
Yeah,
Big picture.
30,000 feet, guys.
31,000 maybe.
Yeah, 31. Steve Irwin was a legend.
He'll take
was
that
a
one.
legend.
cried.
He was a legend.
I cried. I remember
was
my
so
grandma
rough.
telling me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to kill that stingray.
No, I think every little kid in Australia can remember where they were the day Steve Irwin died.
Yeah.
It's like us with 911.
Yeah.
Big
I
event.
don't know if we should be comparing.
Steve
Steve
Irwin.
Irwin.
with 9/11.
It's a big deal.
It is
I mean,
a big
both are a
deal.
big deal. A
Both
little
are big-
differently.
very
Yeah, a little different, but same.
Well, not
Everyone remembers, is what I'm trying to say. Everyone remembers
Okay.
where they were on the events. That
I
they
was-
did.
They do.
9 months old.
31,000.
Just to make you feel
When
old.
Steve Irwin died?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was in like first grade.
Yeah, I was
I was a
Steve
year old.
Irwin. I was probably like 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I was 10, 9.
I don't remember how old I was. I just
Anyway.
remember crying.
Oh well.
Anyway, I
gone
don't even
on a
know
big
how
tangent about
how did we
Steve Irwin.
Get there.
Goodness
I love
me.
Steve. You have a crush on his son or what?
He's younger than me.
You're not into younger lads?
No.
Blokes?
Blokes.
No blokes.
No younger blokes?
No younger blokes.
Hmm,
Oh no, the kid has to lie. But not Robert Owen. Well,
His dance moves are pretty impressive.
he is pretty like I do.
Hey, them
Oh, here it
hips,
comes. Here
them
comes the
hips do
truth.
not lie.
She's like, okay, yeah, he's quite a bit.
He is quite
fancy
He is
dancer.
quite.
I fancy him.
dramatic. He's quite attractive.
There we go. Hey,
Comes out.
holler at your girl. Holler at your girl,
Hey,
Rob.
Robert, come on.
Holler at your girl.
Oh my gosh.
How cool would it be if Robert Irwin
DM'd
DM'd
you.
you from this? It's like, hey, I listened to Tucker's podcast.
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Watch it happen tomorrow.
No.
DM him, Tucker.
Oh my gosh, you too.
Say you give him 20 bucks.
No.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'll give you $20.
Oh, even better.
What if I got him on the pod?
That'd be cool for you.
Yeah.
You
And
would
he
be
wants you to be
fangirling
here.
so hard.
You think so?
Well, he's Steve Irwin's son.
No, you're right. I was just trying to play it cool.
You would be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
That would be pretty cool.
Well, okay.
Add to your
This
Aussies.
takes me. That was the Bedrock tough question. Wow. All right. Yeah. Use Bedrock truck beds.
That was
Probably about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Use Bedrock truck beds. We love them. Love those guys. We saw them at the NFR. You can see them at a lot of other places, but Shiner, Texas, Bedrock truck beds. We love them. They're right up here. I don't know if you can see it. Would they be
No.
able to see it? Okay. Maybe they'll see it sometime. Differences you've seen within the United States. You've
Okay.
been to 3 different places, and you're going to go more.
Yes. Still got more to
So
say.
I wish this was at the end, but from where we are now, you went southeast Texas to the Brahmin country, the big ears, the white cattle,
Yeah.
and then you're up here where there's no ear, except for our cute little heifers that we bought from Mississippi
Yes.
that are part Brahmin.
Yeah. Your little Brangus ones.
So some differences you've seen within the states. I'm curious. I've been to Hudgens,
Okay.
but I've never worked there.
Yeah.
So differences you've seen.
A cold Christmas. It's not cold.
It is not. This is the
it's
most
great.
Australian Christmas I've
not,
ever had.
I'm not complaining at all because
Me
I really
neither.
have decided after we had a few days where I couldn't feel my fingers, and so I've
And you wouldn't
decided
take the gloves.
I had gloves on.
Not really.
Okay, well, maybe I didn't have the right gloves on. Anyway, I was freezing, and I was like, I think I prefer the heat. So, yes, temperature's been very different. I honestly want to say the people have been insanely generous, and I love the yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picking it up slowly but surely, but it's
Nice.
just, I love the politeness of it. It's so lovely, like the respect, I think, and I guess, yeah, the generosity of everyone, like the hospitality, like really happy to talk, like just to really take you in, and the fact that here I am, I've had one phone call with your dad, one message with John Locke, and one message with Dr. Miller. And they're like, yeah, sure, just come along, just come live with us. I'm like, you don't know me from a bar of soap. I could be the most weird, random person in the world. And I really hope I haven't been the most weird, random person in the world. But, like, just the fact, like, they'd just be like, yeah, you're Australian. Like, they kind of, like, knew a little bit about my background. Like, yeah, no, you're right. And, like, just that's so lovely and refreshing. And the fact that, like, everyone just takes you in, like, really looks after you is pretty cool. And I'm not too sure if it's, like, as far as differences, like, cattle working, I'm not too sure if it's because most of my cattle working has been on those northern stations where you're looking at scale and you just don't have that time to really record as much data as you guys do at RA Branch, and to do, like, I've never worked with seed stock and genetics before, so all of that was so new to me, and I don't know if it's any different. Like, I can't compare it to Australia because I haven't done it in Australia. Other differences, I guess, just like fueling up. I've got to go into store and pay first before I fuel up, whereas in Australia you just like so random. But I remember like the first time, and then I
is awesome.
But then I paid too much, and I was like, do I just go in there and ask for change? Like,
So you don't have a card, or you were just paying cash?
yeah, I was just like, I'll put $40 on my fuel every time, but
With
it
cash?
only took, with cash.
Yeah.
But it like took 35. But Australia, you just fuel up and then pay afterwards. So it's
Yeah.
just learning those little nuances
Even
about
in
life.
Brisbane or like
Yeah,
Sydney?
anywhere. Like you just fuel up and then you go and pay it afterwards.
So what they do if
I
they
guess
just
it's-
drive off?
Well, I guess everyone must have a lot of faith in the world.
I think we
Honorary
used to have
system.
it.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
really
that-
funny.
I feel like that's been
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
last 20 years here.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago, we were. Don't y'all look at me like that. 20 years ago,
I was 5.
I was
4.
5.
I was 4. You're 5. Yep.
we were doing those.
Okay, right. So it's
Yeah,
just
you
it
were
has just
16.
changed within your time period.
Yeah.
Actually, one very funny.
I'm still trying to do the math in my head. Anyway,
One very funny thing about, like, it's just, well, I guess it's a very controversial topic, I guess. Not really, but really, it's just, like, guns. So I walked
yeah.
into the house in like, where I'm staying, and it's been cleared out. So I'm staying in, like Tucker's brother's old house. And so it's been cleared out of everything except for the cleaning products and his guns. Still there. And I was like, welcome to America. This is the most American thing I think I've ever seen. The fact that the only things left in this house are guns and cleaning. Like, just so random. And then someone else showed me, like, he's like, AK something, or like a semi-automatic. And I was like, yeah, come check it out. And I was like, okay, that's fun. But I was like, it's just so, just like how it's just like part
have
of
you
your
gotten to
culture.
shoot yet?
I have, yes. I tried to shoot a skunk and missed.
Okay, but you got
Yeah.
to shoot.
Yeah, I've shot. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
You know, and I can shoot a gun, and like obviously, like it's very like important in ag to be able to have that access to that sort of stuff.
Her
And like
shot's
it's not like,
bad. The sight was off. I will give her that.
oh,
There
you're
you
so
go.
sweet. I think
Yeah,
my shot
what a
was
guy.
definitely off. That's
a
so
guy.
lovely.
Did have
yeah.
you been to like a Walmart or an Academy yet where they sell those
No,
guns on the wall?
I haven't.
gotta.
You gotta go
Okay.
because
Walmart's like a normal grocery store, and then they got a gun rack, and you could buy guns.
That's pretty epic. I love
I
that.
was about to say,
Yeah.
every Aussie that comes here is like, I went into Walmart. They had guns on the wall, and people were just buying them.
Yeah, I went to Walmart and I was just overwhelmed by the amount of stuff, like just everywhere. Just like I was just like, oh my gosh, there's a supermarket and there's clothes and there's everything, and then I was like, overload. I just walked out and turned around. I was like, take me back to like a small little country town like Throckmorton where there's like 2 shops and that's all I've got. I'm
Yeah,
so
right.
much happier.
What is, we're going to get a little deep here.
Okay. What
What are some of the things you will leave the RAB with?
Okay. Well, I guess my first thing, I guess, is you pulled me aside one day and was like, do you know what channeling your chi means? And that's probably
Oh.
going to stick with me for a fair while.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Well, let's talk about that because
Okay.
we hadn't talked about that on the podcast.
Okay. It was just, we were just moving cattle and I was just having a hard time, and then Tucker walked in, and next minute they were all looking fine, and he was like, "Have you heard of channeling your chi?" And I was like, "No." And it's talking about how you were talking about how everyone's got energy, and just the fact that being able to control it's important. Like, you don't want too much chi overall, but you need to be able to, when you need it, use it correctly. And I just that really resonated with me, and I think I'll probably take that away. Just being able to, like, in certain situations need, and I guess that really comes down to, like, when I was talking about low stress stock handling before.
Same, yeah.
It really just comes into, like, making sure that you let the cattle know what you want from them, like, really channel your chi.
For real, yeah.
I hope
Yeah, that
that's
chi is that
adequate.
energy that we all give off, and animals feel it way more than we do.
Definitely.
Like, we do feel it when you're walking across
Yeah.
campus or in town and you feel someone looking at you and you look over and sure enough, like, that's their chi. But animals feel that. Horses, especially for any equine horse rider out there, like, horses feel that from us. If we're nervous,
They're nervous.
they're nervous. But on a bike, the bike doesn't feel the chi.
No, not quite, but the mob still feels the chi.
But the mob feels the chi. Yeah. But I learned that from my dad all growing up, but it really resonated with me when we had an Aussie come, actually. And he's a livestock handling specialist. And I've actually had his daughter on the pod.
Oh, cool.
And you should go back and listen to it. It's one of my, it's probably in the top, like, 7 most listened to.
Righto. I'll have to check it out.
It's really good. But Shane Morrissey was his name, and he came and, like, he was a very quiet person, like, very low chi, and to get that information out of him, you kind of had to ask.
Yeah, you really had to draw.
Yeah, like, what are you seeing? Like, why did you do that? What did that cow do to tell you to give more chi? Things like that. And he was a very good teacher.
That's pretty.
Whenever you ask the right questions.
Yeah.
And so I learned, like, so much from the Aussie, Shane. Shout out Shane Morrissey.
Yeah.
About controlling that chi and how cattle feel that and what I want them to do and everything. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wrap it up. There's 2 things here.
Okay.
Number 1, you get to become the host of the Registered Ranching podcast.
Oh, gosh.
And you get to ask a
prepared me
question.
for this.
You get to ask a question
Okay.
to Mike or I.
Right.
Or
Okay.
both.
Okay. Tucker and Mike, maybe you can each answer this question. What excites you most about American? Just excites you most about what's coming up in your life, and also, like, the American beef industry and ranching in the future.
So, American beef industry. The average American rancher is 65.
Okay.
Which means there will be opportunities soon for
Younger
the younger
generations.
generation. And that excites me because I feel like not many are, I feel like not many, as many of the older generation say, this millennial generation doesn't know how to work very hard. And part of that's true because it's kind of easy to stand out if you do work hard. And I mean, I feel like that's in any generation. Like, if you work hard, you stand out. And so, I don't know. I'm thankful for parents who raised me to work hard, and I feel like there's plenty of opportunities. And I am quick to jump on that and, like, I'm okay making the first mistake, and I'm okay making the second mistake, because by the time that somebody else has made their first mistake, I've already made like 7, which means I've already made those mistakes. Sometimes I go too soon, though. Sometimes I do, but that excites me.
Yep.
In my life, I have my oldest little girl's first basketball game next Saturday.
That's exciting.
That excites me.
That's pretty cool.
She's not going to do anything. She's 5.
Look,
But that excites me.
she's getting into sports. We'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Mike.
You're up.
Looking forward to 2026. Just where God leads me. Just whatever path He has for me. And registered ranching content.
Let's go. I'm about it. Any life advice, Penny?
I was told it was actually an American who told me this.
Okay.
American in Vietnam, very random.
Random.
Anyway, she was like...
As I was bike riding.
As I was
across
bike
Vietnam.
riding. Yeah, anyway. She said, do it scared. And that really...
Whoa, say it again.
Do it scared.
Okay.
So whatever it is, even if it scares you, that's probably a good thing. It means that you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, you're trying something new, you're doing something you're not ready for.
Nice.
And you'll never be ready. For those things that scare you, they're going to be best
That's
if
right.
you're not ready. So
I like that.
do it scared. Yeah.
Do it scared.
Do it scared.
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 How do you
nar.
Americans say it?
Scared.
Scared.
It's a harder R.
Scared. Scared.
I got a Bible verse.
Go.
James, chapter 1, verses 2 through 4.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
No, that's Proverbs.
No.
Okay. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything.
That's my favorite one.
Trials, son.
That's my favorite one, dude. I used to write it on a piece of tape and I would put it on my shoe. So anytime that I would look down, like if I fail, put my head
That's
down,
sick.
that's what I would see.
Oh, that's very
That was when my
clever.
Bible study was on this
Dude, that's my favorite
tonight.
one.
That's crazy.
That's my favorite one. For the final one of the year.
Final
Oh, good.
one.
Penny.
Ending off 2025.
Golly, with an Aussie. Final
know.
one. Well, hey, final one of the year. I've got to get a new verse. But the verse
Yep.
of the year for me was Proverbs 21:31. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory comes from the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory comes from the Lord. May your 2026 prepare your horse and know that your victory comes from the Lord. Penny Crothers. Crothers, not
thank you.
Carruthers.
Just Crothers.
Just
yeah.
Crothers.
Thanks for having me.
That was a little loud.
Hey, we ended it great. It didn't disconnect.
It didn't just do it. It worked. Thanks, Penny. Any sign out? Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
What were you going to say?
Catch you on the flip side.
Catch you on the flip side. That's so good. Thanks for listening to the
Crack
Registered Ranchin' Podcast. We love you. 2025 was so fun. Thanks for joining us. And then 2026, it's all up from here. We've got a good one. Macy Johnson. Johnson, I think that's her married name.
Yeah, Johnson. Yep, Slade.
Yep, Macy and Slade. Coming in next time. That's going to be a fun one for the very first start of the year. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we love you. Eat some beef.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all stay classy.
Ranch on them.
Y'all stay classy and ranch on them. We got to get you a hat.